Y'all, the internet is on fire right now because new rumors are claiming that Tamar Braxton just put her sister Toni Braxton on blast. And according to the chatter, things have gone from sisterhood to straight-up chaos. Word on the street is that Tamar believes Toni may have been making some questionable financial moves involving her name. None of this has been confirmed by either sister, but the speculation online is wild. People are talking about secret bank activity, confusing transactions, and whispers about long-standing money issues Toni has faced over the years. But it gets even messier. According to the online commentary, Tamar supposedly learned about all of this after a bank allegedly flagged some unusual activity. And that's when fans claim she went off. Social media sleuths are saying Tamar is calling out her sister for being sneaky and manipulative, though again, neither woman has publicly verified any of this. If you follow the Braxton family, you already know tensions have bubbled up before. Tamar has never been shy about speaking her mind. So if she did feel crossed, fans believe she wouldn't hesitate to let everyone know. Meanwhile, people close to the family have previously said Toni's finances have been strained at times, partly because she's taken on a lot of family responsibility, including helping support their mom, while also maintaining an expensive lifestyle. Whether any of these latest allegations are true is completely unclear. What is clear is that the rumor mill is spinning at full speed, and fans are trying to piece together what might have caused such a dramatic rift between the sisters. If a rift even together and keeping up a famously luxurious lifestyle, it's easy to understand why people online think things may have gotten overwhelming for Toni. Fans have been pointing out that when you combine her own expenses with helping support their mother, who also has a pricey lifestyle, it could explain why she's been rumored to be under financial pressure. And that's where the latest unverified chatter comes in. According to what's been circulating on social media, some people believe Toni may have gotten so close to running out of money that she allegedly crossed a line involving Tamar's funds. Nobody knows how she would have had access or whether any of it is true, but the rumor mill is spinning hard. And since Tamar is known for protecting her money and speaking up when she feels wronged, fans are convinced that she would have reacted immediately and loudly. Here's the part that really has people talking. Toni has openly admitted in past interviews that she sometimes has complicated feelings toward her sisters, even saying at one point that she doesn't always like them. So if there were already underlying tensions, this new wave of online speculation about money drama has only added more fuel to the fire.
Although I love my family, most of the time I don't like my family. Everyone in my family.
Take a breath.
Everybody. I feel like I'm angry at everybody in my family. I don't like my family. If they weren't my family, they wouldn't be my friend.
And let's not even get started on how Tamar has publicly thrown shade at Toni more than once. She's never been shy about speaking her mind online, and she's dropped more than a few posts that had fans raising their eyebrows, including one where she said, "Y'all have no idea. None. The gaslighting is crazy, and I'm going back into treatment. I'm so mad at my life. My family is toxic. I should have never gone back to Braxton family values. Never. Y'all, I'm going through it. I'm single and sad, and this TV stuff is a lot." And that's not even half of it, because fans have noticed that Tamar and Toni don't always seem to be on the best of terms. There have even been times when people speculated that Tamar had Toni blocked. And on Tamar's birthday last year, Toni posted, "Wanted to repost a gorgeous picture of you, but I'm blocked again. Anyways, happy birthday, Tay." Well, Tamar didn't let that slide either. She fired back, saying, "I block my sisters all the time. You work on my nerves, you get implied." Then she responded directly to Toni's post and said, "Or you could have called. Gaslighting." And she wasn't done yet. She added, "Y'all are going to stop playing with me. It's my birthday. I'm celebrating with my friends and not bothering a soul. You did it to be mean, like we don't talk. Happy birthday to me anyway. Love you too." It's no secret that Tamar and Toni Braxton have had a rocky relationship for years. So when Tamar reportedly goes after Toni now, especially over money, it's not all that surprising. What is surprising, though, is the idea that someone as iconic as Toni would even need to pull something shady in the first place. She's a legend, a true icon, and you wouldn't expect someone like her to be struggling behind the scenes. But the truth is, Toni has a long history of financial issues. And when you start connecting the dots, all begins to make sense. Back in the 90s, Toni was one of the biggest stars of music. Hit after hit, millions of records sold, and serious cash flowing in. Yet somehow, she lost it all, not once but twice. The first time came in 1998, when she filed for bankruptcy. The news shocked everyone. People couldn't believe that someone so successful could be broke. She was everywhere at the time, so the headlines hit hard. Things only got worse. The financial drama didn't disappear, it escalated. The press was relentless, and the pressure took a toll. 1 minute Toni was on top of the world. The next she was scrambling to recover from a financial mess nobody saw coming. At one point, Toni even went on Oprah to clear the air, but it backfired. Oprah asked pointed questions about her spending habits and called out some of the choices that led to her debt. Instead of owning up, Toni got emotional, accused Oprah of being mean, and ended up casting herself as a victim. What was supposed to be her chance to tell her side of the story only made things look worse.
She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me. And immediately, she made me feel this big. This big. That moment completely changed my career. It made people look down on me.
Toni did manage to bounce back after her first bankruptcy, and for a while, it seemed like she was finally on solid ground. The music kept coming, the spotlight was still on her, and things appeared to be looking up, but the reprieve didn't last. In 2010, she filed for bankruptcy again, and this time it was even worse. Reports claimed her debts ranged between $10 million and $50 million. Toni cited the cancellation of her Las Vegas residency, which came shortly after she was diagnosed with serious heart condition, as a major turning point. But that wasn't the only issue. Insurance complications, disputes over coverage, and a mountain of unpaid taxes piled up behind the scenes. It was one challenge after another, and once again, her finances collapsed. Since then, Toni has been quietly trying to stay afloat, but the numbers tell the story. Her music hasn't performed like it once did. Her last album sold barely 7,000 copies and peaked at number 163 on the Billboard 200, while the previous one did only slightly better, selling around 16,000. For someone who once dominated the charts, those figures were a red flag. With album sales slipping, most of her income has been coming from the Braxton Family Values reality show. Even that, however, began to slow down. Ratings dipped, the buzz faded, and without steady media coverage or a hit record, it became clear that the pressure was mounting behind the scenes. Fans also started questioning her personal life. Was her relationship with Birdman genuine love or more about survival? Rumors swirled that Toni was on the verge of another breakup, only for her to suddenly reappear with Birdman, after years apart and no apparent contact. The timing caught people off guard, and many felt it was a little too convenient. Some even speculated it was less about rekindling romance and more about strategy. When Toni and Birdman reunited in 2023, it threw fans for a loop. She had spent years making it clear they were done. No mixed signals, no maybe someday. Just a firm statement that they weren't getting back together. So when she flipped the script, fans immediately sensed something didn't add up. Even before this latest drama, viewers had noticed a strange energy between Toni and Birdman. Many pointed to her awkward 2022 interview with Tamar Hall, meant to be a heartfelt discussion about her lupus diagnosis. The conversation shifted the moment Birdman's name came up. Toni froze, barely made eye contact, and the tension in the room was palpable. You didn't need to be a body language expert to see that something was off. Whatever was happening between them wasn't as picture perfect as it seemed.
I think it's when I was first diagnosed with having lupus, I was so down, I was so depressed, and the doctors told me I would never be able to work again, your music career's over, but the man upstairs had a whole other plan for me.
But the drama didn't stop there. According to Tamar, Toni allegedly sold her engagement ring from Birdman to cover debts, and then claimed it had been lost. Back in 2018, When Birdman proposed, he presented her with an enormous yellow diamond ring reportedly worth $5 million. The ring was flashy, over the top, and had everyone talking. For a moment, it seemed like they were headed toward a fairy tale ending. But soon after, everything went quiet and updates about the wedding vanished.
Okay, you're engaged.
I'm engaged. He did good, right?
Well, right? Very well.
He did good.
The wedding kept getting pushed back. First, it was delayed, then postponed, and eventually seemed to be forgotten entirely. Toni blamed timing, but fans weren't buying it. Something felt off. Then came the biggest red flag, the engagement ring. Toni claimed she accidentally left in the bag on a flight, and while the bag was returned, the ring was gone. According to Tamar, though, Toni didn't actually lose the ring at all. Instead, she allegedly sold it to cover debts. Honestly, given Toni's long history of financial struggles, it wouldn't be that surprising. Rumor has it she was in a tight spot and needed quick cash, so she did what many might do in a desperate situation. She sold her most valuable possession, the $5 million engagement ring. Fast forward to the present, and Tamar isn't the only one Toni is rumored to have tried to get money from. Reports claim that Toni filed for divorce from Birdman just 2 weeks after their wedding, saying they had separated only 2 days after tying the knot. But here's the kicker. Multiple sources suggest Toni tried to secure a $160 million divorce payout. Married for less than a month and already aiming for a massive fortune. Fans were stunned. Some called it strategic. Others labeled it outright gold digger behavior. Either way, it was eyebrow-raising. People are now questioning whether the marriage was ever about love or if Toni was simply chasing money. How do you walk out of marriage after 2 days and still expect such a payout? It feels off, like there's something else going on behind the scenes. Many are calling the situation a setup rather than a love story. Lately, Toni seems desperate for cash, and things just aren't adding up. There appears to be more than financial struggle. Rumors suggest hidden chaos and unresolved issues behind the scenes. Now, with reports that Toni's bank has allegedly confirmed her bankruptcy, it's not just Tamar throwing shade. There may be cold, hard proof that the money problems are real. If Toni really tried to finesse her own sister on top of everything else, it's not just messy. It's betrayal on a whole new level. And if this is happening within the family, one can only wonder who else might be affected. One thing is certain, this drama is far from over.